Good evening, everybody. How are we all tonight? Just want to do a quick sound check, make sure everyone can hear me. Microphone has now been moved. It's now slightly off camera. Hopefully, we'll get a green screen in here reasonably soon. So if you can't hear me over well, that's probably because I'm speaking at the screen when I've got a microphone there. That'll be interesting. Good evening, Rambling Geek. How are you doing? Hope all is well. Just have a couple of minutes and chat to everyone while I announce that we're live on a few different people's Discords. Because while we've all had advance warning in here, I wasn't planning to do too much. You're sleepy, you stayed up too late, Rambling Geek. Ugh, that's never good, is it? Hang on, and paste. So, I've seen that you've been... have you been... Oh, I don't know what I'm on about now. Yeah, I think tonight, just to sort of get straight down to what the plan is, I'm hoping that we can get rid of a rook of the hacks that we put into Old Man Teacher. That's the website. That's its name. I can remember. I know what I'm doing. I can do this. How's the sound over there, Rambling Geek? Just because I have changed the setup. Might as well take a few seconds to have a look at, make sure that we've got everything right. Hey, hang on. Come on, there's definitely a channel in here. It's Good Minxie Rose, excellent. Yeah, that was what I wanted. We'll go in there. I can never remember how to promote these streams. I ought to learn. I really, really ought to learn how to do a promoting. How do I promote things? Tell you what, I ought to stick it in our announcements as well. And I can tag that with everyone, can't I? Or teach the mod. I could, but to be fair, my other idea is why don't I have things that send out messages an hour before the stream? You know, like everyone should. It's a little quiet but okay. I seemed louder in previous streams. Is that a little bit better, Rambling Geek? Oh, hello. Why is that all of a sudden decided it doesn't want to play? Tell you what, let's try that. Does that work reasonably well? As in, can everyone still hear me? Yeah, that's better. Good. I've moved the microphone. It used to kind of be... I haven't moved sound. I haven't moved sides. What's happened is the microphone used to come up under me, so it used to kind of be there. But that meant I got all the framework of it in the way, and for typing and using the mouse, it was a bit tricky. So I noticed that what everyone else seems to have done is attach the microphone so it does an up and over kind of thing. So I thought I'd give it a go. Thing is, I didn't want it attached to the same desk that I'm working on. I wanted it attached somewhere else. So at the moment, it's actually attached over there. Literally just off camera. As in, my finger is now a couple of inches, if that, away from it. And I've got you guys on chat about there-ish. And the normal monitor there. So really, this is all weird. And what I should have done was mounted the microphone off something over there. Problem is, over there, all I've got is the desk that I'm normally working on, which is not the most stable. So you'd probably get more typing noise through it if I attached it to this desk. So that being said, I mean, I might try that at some point, but if the sounds are working reasonably well now, then I might leave it like this. Hopefully try and get a green screen in the future. Anyone who knows about green screens and whatever, do let me know. In fact, what I might do, let me stick chat on this screen as well. Why don't I do something slightly intelligent and stick the dashboard on there, and then I've got a chat screen there as well as one there, so I can see pretty much everything that's going on. Because that would be sensible, wouldn't it? And while we're here, let's do the early stream thank yous. Thank yous go to Upgrading Dave, Kim Philpott, Calvin Allen, and Brendan Matthews for their hosts or auto host. Any host is a good host. Okay, let's see if we can fix stuff now that we know that the Twitch docs are dodgy. Okay, I think what we'll probably do first off, seeing as we've been going a couple of minutes now, is just as a warm-up, I should probably demonstrate what's gone wrong and what can go right. And this is all to do with if we go across to here and into now. We don't show that page, do we? We don't. Oldmanteacher.fun2.dev. So what I want to do is, oh yeah, of course, the remote version of this doesn't have it running, doesn't have it on yet. So we go output activating code chat. Don't want code chat. Fake build run. And by the way, let's get it enabled now so that people don't forget. We now have a read-only live share. So if anyone wants to follow along with what we're doing, that is the link to follow along. The project isn't technically open source, but I don't mind people following along. I understand that for accessibility reasons it's a good idea. Got the mute button that time. Okay, so as we've seen, going between videos works, but we've been using a bit of a hack. And if we go to one video and then use said hack to go to another one, we struggled last time. We didn't manage to get the timestamp things to work, did we? Do we remember that? I think we do. And what happened was, let me create a new, just a new website essentially. Let's open a new folder. Let's go through the minimum viable reproduction. So at first we had an issue. Let's make this HTML page. Index.html. Oh no, is it dot type in this? Have I not got... Alright, hang on. HTML5. Cool, that works. Don't care about those meta tags. So we then go to the Twitch embed stuff. Video and clips. We go for the interactive one. Let's just steal... well, basically all of that, really. We'll do for a fast build-up. Div ID is just going to be called player. So that can be called player. Enjoy your lurk, Rambling Geek. Evening, Upgrading Dave, and thank you very much for your host this evening. What have you been doing? Oh yes, I remember watching you. You're doing stuff with Clojure. Yeah, if anyone wants to see a different way of doing functional programming, a different language instead of the ML style, go and drop Upgrading Dave a follow. Upgrading Dave has been doing... yeah, fumbling your way through building a chatbot in Clojure. That sounds good. Whereas these days, when I stream, I think at the weekend I shall fumble my way through trying to build a chatbot in C++. Anyway, let's stick a width and a height in here, just because we haven't got any of our fun settings. We're not going to stick a channel ID in. We're not going to stick a collection ID in. And the video, let's pick a video You know what? If I open up another instance of VS Code, we can use the videos that we've actually been using, can't we? That would be a sensible idea. Let's open up Old Man Teacher. Hope that I've got this roughly right. So, server.fs. Oh, yeah. Okay, whatever. Do the weird thing. That's fine. I can cope with that. So this is the Old Man stream, and then we'll have I don't know, a button on click is going to be called change video. So just a very simple thing, and we'll change the video by going player dot set video, and we'll go to the monad one that I did there, and all that is roughly what we were doing. Obviously we were using, hang on, let's format this as well. We were using F# and Fable, but this is roughly the JavaScript it was compiling down to. Would we agree with that? Roughly. So, given that, we can always go build up a simple HTTP server on there. We don't have Python installed. Bother, let me quickly install a version of Python. Forgotten. I've reinstalled this machine, and let's go for Python 3. So we'll use the Python 3 version of the command. Because at some point we might actually do stuff in Python one day. Just because I fancy playing at some point with, this will download quick enough. At some point I would quite like to play with machine learning and whatever. And I know that while Microsoft have got quite good support with that, I also know that the majority of that community seems to use Python. And most people's objection to using Python is, oh, it's indentation based. Well, we're already dealing with that. We know how to work in that kind of environment using F#.
Rank up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Thank you very much to Rhyolite for bringing us 6 people. Thank you for the raid. I shall wait until people have finished watching the inevitable advert that people end up having to watch. Yeah, we'll disable the length limit. We know. Let me know if once you're in here, please. And Rhyolite, what have you been streaming? How's your stream been? For everyone that's come across with Rhyolite, by the way, oh, nice brain, good brain. Anyone that's come across with Rhyolite, thank you very much for coming across. If you choose to stay and support the stream, that's wonderful. If you have other things to do, then that's cool too. My name's Gareth Hubble. I program mainly in F# on this stream, although sometimes C++ and Rust have come out. At the moment, we're developing a website for looking at, well, that's my video there. A website for someone who plays Darkest Dungeon. They've done a tutorial series. They're called Old Man Sethus, and he's got a load of timestamps that it would be really nice to be able to just click and go straight there. So we're building that using the safe stack, F# on Saturn, Azure. I'm not using Azure, I'm using Google Cloud, Fable and Elmish. At the moment, what we're doing is a minimal repro to show a bug that I found in the Twitch API, more accurately the Twitch API docs. And having just seen me install Python, this is just so that I can get a simple HTTP server going. And now that we've got Python 3 on, I believe it's HTTP. If I could even type what I was saying, this would help, wouldn't it? Oh gosh, yes, of course it isn't there. We need to kill VS Code, save that, kill that, and then bring VS Code up. You've been doing some React.js visualizing brain algorithms. Well, that sounds intelligent. That sounds like far too intelligent for me. So I will have to drop by at some point and see that. Yeah, we're down to sort of we're in website land at the moment, and for those who wish to watch on a Sunday, we are going to be in C++ land doing C++ things because I'm learning C++. Anyone who thinks that you're going to get a reasonable, I really got to restart more than that. Do you know what? Let's not bother. Let's do this. For anyone who thinks that you're going to be seeing particularly good code on this stream, I'm sorry, it's not that kind of stream. We're doing more funky fun stuff because funky fun stuff is fun. BitKingX, it's mostly the web code, the brain stuff not so much. Yeah, I get that one. I get that very well. So have I got Python in this terminal? Yes, I have. Oh, it's quite like that in Python, isn't it? Python HTTP server. If anyone knows what I'm actually trying to do, please let me know. Oh, that's looking interesting. So we've got a very simple HTTP server firing up in this directory. And this is only because the Twitch API doesn't work with a file URL particularly well. So let's go to localhost with the random port number that I threw in. And what you get, trying to use the API as Twitch supply it, and as they document it, they say set video. Oh, hang on, needs a video ID and a timestamp. That's fine. So we've got a video ID. Let's give it a timestamp of 0. So we'll say the start of the video and restart this. That should all work in theory. However, I click change video and it decides it doesn't want to play particularly well. So the question is, why does this not work? And we worked on this for hours and hours, didn't we? Or at least minute to minute. Well, we now have an answer, and oh my word, how simple is it? You prefix your video ID that you set video to with a V. Literally, just do that. I found this on the Twitch forums, the dev forums. Nowhere in the Twitch docs that I could find did it say that it needs to start with a V. Nowhere. And even, here, when it says the iframe attributes and whatever, hang on, do all of them start with V's? Hang on. Let's do a thing. Let's see if that one can start with a V, because this could make life easier. So, enter. Do that. Does it throw away JavaScript errors? Upgrading Dave, you just get 404s. So that's now working. I hit change video, boom, and it's gone to the correct timestamp. So we're on a winner. We have a thing. Oh my word, my hair there was not good, was it? Let's not carry on watching that. Moral of the story, obviously never trust documentation. Go and hunt around forums. And I mean, we'd done a lot of work hunting round before we gave up on this. So now that we've seen this work in a minimal repro scenario, it's time to get rid of our nasty hacky code and start using this functionality here. Right, just wanted to make sure before we jump into that we know exactly why we're going back to the set video, and that was the issue. Need to make sure, So this being said, the theory is, and this is where I haven't tested, we've now done the scripted part of the stream. For those new to the stream, for those new to the stream, there's usually a few minutes reasonably scripted where I've pre-prepped. From here on in, this is absolute pair programming for hopefully large values of pair. So please do heckle. Please heckle, please join in. The stream I always find better when you guys join in, so all questions are more than welcome. Obviously, don't go down the rude route, eh? But, you know, all questions more than welcome. All suggestions very welcomed. This is why I have the... Oh, I don't have that tag on at the moment. Do excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I usually have the tag Backseat Gaming Allowed. And that's because I very much welcome suggestions off everyone. So let's say that these timestamps now are going to, for now, just have V in front of them for the ID of the video. And let's just say that video IDs now look like that as far as we're concerned with Twitch. Does that seem reasonable? I would assert that that's a reasonable thing to do. Which now means in the client, our create player only ever has to create the first one. Well, that's fine. Current video ID, we still need to keep this about. But this is where things change. Because instead of set video time where we're on a different video, all we actually now have to do is grab the next model. We keep the same player. We put the timestamp and the video ID in. We do the scroll, but then we go next model player. BitKing, Ucode and Perl and Straight C. No such thing as being useless in here. Ask questions. I will no doubt, if you're around on Sunday evening, I will ask you lots and lots of C questions, no doubt. I don't know either Perl or Straight C particularly well, so... But no, come and join in, and there's not much brain stuff on this stream. Believe me, I am not a brain. So we're saying set video, and we'll suggest that it should just take video and time, which is a float, yeah. So in theory now, all of the issues that we've had previously can disappear to some degree. And I'll tell you what, let's find out, shall we? Let's do a fake build run. I don't know why the PowerShell's coming up dodgily. ANTW streams, ANTW games. Sorry, I can't speak today. How are you doing? It's weird to hear someone say good morning at like 8:30 at night my time. But hey, this is worldwide for a reason. Have I ever thought about a mob programming stream, maybe where I only serve as a typist typing the code of my audience? Nobody wants to see me type as incredibly slowly as I do. I can guarantee that. Nobody ever wants to see me type that slowly and that poorly. I only type on this stream because it's really the only way to get anything done. Then use voice recognition. No, voice recognition's even worse. Or copy and paste. I think I would get frustrated doing that kind of stream, to be fair, ANTW games. I think, as fun an idea as it potentially sounds, it would frustrate me. So let's have a test of this. So if I click the something odd thing there, it goes, bingo, that works. And then if I go to, I know that we were reasonably early on with Old Man Sethus, so there, and we're back to reasonably late on, click that, and we're back forward. So the problem that we were wrangling with on all of Tuesday, and probably some of the Thursday before, that has all now disappeared. We've now got that problem sorted. How about a 48-hour stream starting in about a day? Ludum Dare's about to start. I can only just about do an hour or two streaming, really, so 48-hour one, no. Much as I'd love to be able to, it's going to be a no from me, I'm afraid. would love to see me make a game with F Sharp. I'm not a game programmer by trade. I don't know much about it at all. Doing games in F Sharp, I feel, is more in the realm of the grumpy game dev. Plus, as Minxie says, there's a stream on that I want to watch this weekend. The gentleman that you see here with the most exquisite of bald heads, the old man there, is taking part in a charity stream for pit bulls and for the Villalobos Rescue Centre at the weekend. He's doing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday around this kind of time, maybe a bit later. And he, old man Sethus, I mean, he owns pit bulls. It's a wonderful, wonderful charity, wonderful rescue centre. So I really do want to try and support that as much as possible. So let's actually shout him out. Old man Seth. So yeah, I mean, for anyone who may or may not have heard of the Villalobos Rescue Centre, he is streaming. He is streaming as a charity thing for them this weekend. They feature in a program called Pit Bulls and Prolees. It's just wonderful to see the work they do. So I would really like to, if people want to see streams this weekend, go and check out Old Man Sethus. Incredibly sweary, but fantastic. I mean, there's a reason that I keep his videos muted on this stream. I never know when he's going to say naughty words. And I haven't got the mature tag on here, so I just don't want to chance it. Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking about doing some games, but I'm thinking about doing smaller, simpler games in C++. And kind of working from that end of things. Maybe trying to adopt a functional style, but essentially looking at it from a C++ perspective. I suppose looking at it from an F-sharp perspective might be interesting because the domain model could be fun. Or even split the difference and go Rust, because then I've got I think Rust's got discriminated unions. I've got all sorts of, I've got all the functional tools that Rust offers, along with all the performance, or most of the performance that C++ offers. So that could be an interesting way to go. We can discuss that another time anyway. Wow, is my nose itchy. So now we've actually solved already, within half an hour of this stream starting, we have solved the big problem that we were facing. That is really nice and handy. I thought there'd be a lot more rework to do here, in all fairness, to make that work. I don't see anything particularly, anything else in particular that needs doing. What I would like to do, shall we? We've got options now. Let's straw poll this. I'm going to do a straw poll for what we're going to do on the rest of this stream. Strawpoll.me, because I am bad at typing. What should we do now? Look at making getting rid of the Twitch mess. Work on the C++ bot. And systems work on this project. Okay, so we're going to have a three-way poll. Unless people have been shouting out already. So, got a couple of minutes to get answers on that poll. Can I easily find a way of can't just bring up like this bit of the poll, can I? I'm going to hit results because I'm allowed to. I don't want everyone's adverts on this upstream. I was kind of hoping I could quite easily. Oh, let me see if I can shrink it another way and do that now. Trying to get away without having ads on the stream. Let's. Oh well. Oh, why don't I just scroll like a moron? So let's have the results up. So far, no one's voted. So this is looking to be very short if people aren't going to join in and vote, people. Are we going to try and get rid of the dynamic mesh? So to explain what that is, at the moment we have a weekly typed Twitch player. Means Rose has voted. Oh, I need to. It's not updating live, is it? Let's have a look now at the results so far. Straw poll didn't accept your vote, ANTW Games. It's not accepting any votes, is it? I'll tell you what. For the top answer in the poll, type 1 in chat. For the second answer, type 2. And for the third answer, type 3. So we've got 1 vote for getting rid of the Twitch API dynamic met. And looking into that. Upgrading Dave would like to see work on the C++ bot. ANTW Games would like to see work on the C++ bot. Are we going to be working on a bot this stream? In which case, I think I'm going to have to bounce the recording because this needs to go up onto YouTube separately. Damn, I forgot to put the last one on YouTube. Oh, why am I a bad streamer, people? Let me know. Why am I a bad streamer? We are doing a bot. I think we are. Right, let me do a thing then. Can I convert it from C++ to F# to be more productive? No. I have no intentions of doing that. Hi, Fuel Snable, how are you doing? 3, because you don't understand what it meant. I was thinking we could do with letting people add timestamps to this, letting mods on Old Man Seth's channel verify timestamps, and potentially turn this more into a video wiki. So adding extra information. So if we click, say, Quirk Advice Klepto, we can get some, just some blurb coming up. Say if Old Man Seth has forgot to mention something at this point. C++ is the most productive. I'm not having language wars. I am not going to put up with language wars on here. Be productive in whatever language you want. Yeah, he forgets a lot, and to be honest, there was something that happened around the early part of the stream about how to unlock something that I don't think even Old Man Sethus knew about at the time. So that's something that he'd like adding into this somehow for people who are watching the tutorial streams later on, and I can wholeheartedly agree that that's a good idea, which means I'm going to end up doing it. Right, give me a second, people. I'm going to bounce the recording. The stream will carry on going. So, in fact,